Welcome to today's self-care practice video. This is the video of a practice group that started in Melbourne, Australia when the coronavirus first hit in March 2020. It is still going today. We thought we'd start sharing some of the practices on YouTube. If you enjoy, please subscribe to the channel, share with friends, and most importantly, join the practice group. Send us a note. You are very welcome. It is free. There is no commitment. Let's explore and learn some new self-help care practices together. Maybe take a moment to just take in the feeling of your legs and feet connected to the ground. Get a sense for where you're at today. Every day our body is different, and just honor that. Just take a moment to see where you're at. As always, we start exactly where we are. A lot of my friends in Melbourne at the moment feel in quite a heightened emotional state. Being at home every day and not being able to have our usual freedoms of being out and seeing other people, seeing friends, family. It's a challenging time. So we just use practice to see if we can enter the kind of realm of, I don't know, I'm curious, ready to explore, ready to learn. Maybe through movement we'll find a little more flow, a little more fluidity, and this will help us get out of thoughts, out of emotional mind. Maybe. Let's just see what happens. My favorite book about meditation is a book called Being Nobody, Going Nowhere, which when I first read it, it seemed really sinister. Do I want to be nobody and go nowhere? That sounds like a terrible idea. And then when I read that book, it kind of changed everything for me. And if you feel really stuck right now, maybe just take a moment in that sense of, who am I? What do I need? What do I want right now? And whatever arises from that, no judgment, just watch. When you really analyze the who am I question, it gets tricky because you're not your name. You can always change your name at any time. You're not your body. You're not the same person you were when you were 5 years old or 10 years old. Your body is always changing. Can't go back to what it was. Every cell in our body changes. We can get liver transplants and heart transplants, and our cells, our bones, everything changes over time. And we're not even really our thoughts and emotions. These are always changing. We're always learning new things. We're transforming the ways we live our life. So we're not our names. We're not our bodies. We're not our minds. So today we just spend half an hour, maybe a little exploration, a little bit of curiosity to discover something about ourselves. Moving away from the I know mind and moving towards the let's see what happens. Let's take our arms down by our side. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, drawing in new learning, new possibility. Let's take our hands to our chest, one hand above the heart center, the other hand a few finger widths below your belly button. This is your lower dantian. Chinese medicine, this is believed where we store our energy. Every breath we take brings new energy into our body, oxygen for our blood. Blood flows, connects all our cells and organs. Today we probably take about 20,000 of these breaths. In our lives, 670 million on average. So let's just take a few together, just focusing on the expansion of the belly, hand pressing away from the body. And as you sigh out, belly comes back to the navel. Sometimes in life we can feel really powerless when events transpire against what we want to do. And practice reminds us we can always come back to our breath. We always have the power to find calm. And as we breathe out, we let go of any repetitive thoughts, any sense of negativity floating around. We teach ourselves just to sit and wait until it passes. Whenever you're ready, slowly open up your eyes. Let's take our shoulders right up to our ears in a gesture of, I don't know. Maybe bring a smile to your face. Just roll through the shoulder blades. Both directions, maybe one shoulder up, one shoulder down. Just trust that your body knows what you need, what it needs. Bodies are amazing self-healing mechanisms, self-regulating systems. No matter how we feel, we keep breathing, at least as long as we're alive. When we stop breathing, our energy moves somewhere else. And our body kind of sort of always knows what to do. Continues digesting our food, continues keeping our breath going. We don't have to think about these things. So in practice today, let's see if we can just embrace curiosity and exploration, whichever way your body feels like moving now. Stretch into it. So spend a minute listening in. And whenever you're ready, let's just shake it out. We're going to start with a few acupressure points today, starting with our Qigong point. This is on our pericardial meridian, just about 3 finger widths below your wrist crease. Just find this point. And we're just going to tap our inner wrists against each other. Pericardium is the heart protector, a fire element meridian. And then let's bring our wrists together and just roll around those wrist creases. Both directions. On the inside of our wrist is a point, the spirit gate. This is on the heart meridian that runs along the inside of your arm. So find that point. Just roll around it. We slowly move energy through our body, through these points. This is where our mind-body connection happens. Connection between our lung and heart meridian. Let's find another point on our hands, in the webbing of our hands, in that bit right where the webbing meets the bones between the thumb and the first finger. This is a point called the Hegu point, lung 4. Just find that point and press in with your thumb. Very popular point to relieve pain and stress. If you've ever had acupuncture, chances are they put a needle there because it fixes many things, helping us find this sense of calm, maybe sense of movement going forward, sense of vitality. Let's switch over to the other hand. You can press in quite strongly here. Use the flat of your thumb, not the tip. Small movements. Now let's interlace our fingers, bring our palms together. We're going to take our hands behind the neck. Just find those 2 big chunky bones at the bottom of your skull, your occiput bones. Bring your hands under them and we're just going to lift up. Drop the chin a little. Crown of the head rises up. Feel your spine, your neck extending out. Feeling of lifting. Hands are pressing up. And now maybe squeeze in with your palms like a clamp, like a vice. Just find those trapezius muscles, the lumpy ones on the side of your neck. And then let's shake it out. All right, let's come up into a standing position. In today's practice, we're going to be learning the swimming dragon Qigong. And swimming dragon is a form for vitality for our kidneys and our bladder. And hopefully it'll get us moving a bit. So if we feel flat, if we feel in a bit of a dark place, sometimes we just switch up our brain and we move our spine. So this form involves a lot of twisting of the spine. But I'm going to break it down and we'll just kind of learn the bits of it individually. Essentially, swimming dragon is one of the simplest Qigong forms. It's just one form. But we need to learn to move our body so everything kind of comes together. Let's start bringing our legs together, toes close to touching, inner part of your knees touching. If you feel a bit unbalanced today, you might want to start this one near a wall or have a chair handy. This isn't any kind of balance trick. We're looking after ourselves. First form, we bring our hands up, palm pressing into palm, energy turning inwards. And we're just going to slowly roll onto the balls of our feet. Find the connection of your toes with the floor. Just slowly lift the heels up. Just come up as high as feels comfortable. And then just bring them down subtly. We want a bit of a shud into the floor, a sense of letting go. So let's inhale to lift the heels up. Exhale, drop them down. Just try this in your own time. Come up as high as is comfortable and you feel safe. And then drop into the heels. You might feel just a bit of stress or a bit of tension just drop off you, hopefully. Take a breath. Now we're going to start moving our hands towards our shoulder. And as we do this, our chin comes to the opposite shoulder. You might feel a little bit like the Bengals in their walk like an Egyptian video clip, if you remember the 80s, or maybe not. We're going to inhale, coming into the center, exhale as we turn chin to shoulder. So just find your own rhythm here. Meeting back in the center. Let's step out our feet so they're just a little wider than the shoulders. And this time we're going to lean to the side as we turn. Still inhaling back to the center. Just getting a little bit of movement into the side body. And meeting back in the center. Let's take our arms out now into like we're kind of holding a ball. Bring your attention to your feet. Heels are pressing back into the ground. Legs are shoulder width apart. Maybe get a sense as you breathe that your arms are slightly expanding on the inhale. And as you bring your belly back to spine, maybe your hands come in a little. Try and do this without much conscious thought. Just allow your body to feel into the breath. Extend yourself beyond yourself. You might think of that chapter from the Tao. See the world as yourself. Have faith in the way things are. Love the world as yourself, then you can care for all things. Let's see if we can turn this ball a little now, keeping the energy consistent and the hands the same width apart. Just rotate the ball around. You take it whichever direction your body is calling you to. Treat it like a spear. Get a sense for that energy between your hands, outside of yourself. We're going to bring a dragon flow into this movement now. Stepping out with our right leg, we take the bowl behind us. Turn the spine. We inhale back to the center, stepping back, and then we exhale to the opposite side. Inhale back to the front. Exhale, step it out. Move the ball whichever direction you like. Inhaling back to the center. Exhaling out. Inhaling back. Find your own flow. On the next turn, we're going to bring the back arm over the head. Inhaling back to the center. Inhaling back to the center. Exhaling, take your hands down. Let's bring the legs together again. Take your fingers into a pistol grip. Inhale to grow tall. Lifting up. Exhale, bring the hands behind the head and bend the knees. Just come down as far as is comfortable. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to lift up. Exhale. One more, maybe the heels come off the ground. Exhale down. Shake it out a little. One last prep for a swimming dragon. Let's take our hands into a kind of eagle-shaped mudra. Fingers joining together, our heart and our lung meridians again, resting on the base of our spine. Now we're going to bring a bit of hip movement to join our hip movement with our shoulders. So as we move to the left, hip comes out here, this shoulder comes to the front. And then we switch sides, chin comes to the opposite shoulder, hips come out. Just take a while, just finding into this shape, just getting used to the movement through your spine. Chin comes to the opposite shoulder. You feel a little disorientating at first. And you'll find as you keep moving through this form, you might get a little bit wider range of motion. And let's come back up. We start the swimming dragon form in a diamond-shaped mudra in front of our dantian. Index finger and thumb touching. Maybe lift up your toes and place them back down. Feel your connection to the earth. Maybe sway forward and back from the ball of your foot to the heel of your foot. Put a small smile on the side of your face. Allow yourself to settle. Fingers pointing down, palms together. Turn the palms up. We lift up. Bring your hands to the side of your face as if you're about to fall into a beautiful sleep. Gently look up to the center. And then we inhale to raise the palms up. Exhale. Turn the body. So we're moving our hands in kind of a figure 8 form. Three levels from side. And we inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Turn the fingers to point down, open out. Take a breath. So when we twist at 3 levels, the level of the throat, the level of the solar plexus, and the level of the groin. So as you do your figure 8, just see if you can find those places. It doesn't have to be exact. It's about the movement, the fluidity of swimming dragon, embracing the grace of the dragon form itself. So we might just try and find a bit of flow. I'll stop talking after a while and just see if you can really ground yourself through the floor and find that sense of fluidity, that sense of movement. Bringing the hands together. Inhale, reach up. This time on our left. Inhaling, reach up. Twist to the side at the throat level. Chin comes to opposite shoulder. Solar plexus level. Groin level. Just find your own flow here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Everything to settle. Hands come back to dantian. Inhale. Reach up. Take a breath. Inhale, reaching up. Cross. At the end of each cycle, just take a moment to just take note of how you feel, where the energy in your body is moving, what kind of aliveness you might have right now, what kind of clarity in your mind. Inhale, lift up. Side out. Inhale. Let's do a few more just in our own time. Bring one palm over the other, just resting lightly on our dantian. Just take a moment in gratitude for our decision to practice today, to include practice in our lives. When you're ready, slowly bring your hands together, create a little bit of heat. Bring your hands up to your face. And to heart center. I'll leave you with that chapter from the Tao. See the world as yourself. Have faith in the way that things are. love the world as yourself, then you'll be able to care for all things. Many thanks for the shared energy of the practice today. So great to see you all, and I'm always blown away by everyone's commitment to practice. And please keep in touch if there's anything you'd like to know or want more context on. I've started making videos of the practices and putting them online. I'm only going to have them on for a few days, I think, but if you have friends in other time zones that you think might like, please share the videos. And if anyone has friends that want to join the practice, you're very welcome to invite them. Just let me know. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Rich.
much.
Thanks, Em.
Thanks, Em.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for the dragon time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.